Good morning. This is Kathy Peck, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Wichita Falls, Texas. And this morning, I am making my calendar, my annual calendar card for this year. I'm a bit late, but let me show you what I've got. I used the Cactus Cutie Bundle. And these are the two. I'm going to show you how I made this one this morning. They're essentially the same. The only difference is these items are, well, the cactus on this one is punched out, and here I did fussy cutting of the container, the cactus, and but the little flowers is punched. So yes, this is it. So, and I have, it's the size of a regular card, and it stands up. I found the design, on Pinterest and on Split Coast Stampers, but I like this one, and this is what I did last year, and so I want to do something different every year, but I kept this one, and I just changed out the calendar. So that's what I did. So we'll make this one, and I'll show you how. And this is really quick. I've got everything stamped and cut out. So all we have to do is put it together. These calendars are from Tailored Expressions. I believe she still has a few online, and now they're discounted. As I bought my calendars in December, and it just took me so long to figure out what I wanted to do. But I had an idea. You know how you get an idea in your head, and you just go, oh, what stamp set should I use? And you just fret over that. But this is what I came up with. So here we go. So what you need is a regular card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So that's ready to go. I have a piece of DSP, and I'm using the Rainbows and Sunshine and Rainbows, the free DSP from Sale-a-Bration. And this is what drove my color choices, because I picked my DSP first and my stamp set, and I knew that this was the one I would want to go with that Cactus Cutie. So I picked the colors out of here. So in there, Bermuda Bay is in this one, because this one has Bermuda Bay, but I use Pool Party, Melon Mambo, and Flirty Flamingo. Alright, so that's that. You'll need also another piece of cardstock that matches your card, and this is cut, 2.5 by 5, and I have scored it at 1/4, 1 1/4, and 2 1/4, and you're going to fold it like this. This is what's going to hold the card together. So, and you just fold the middle and then the ends towards the top, like that. Does that make sense? Well, anyway, you want it to look like a little W, like the little Wonder Woman symbol. Alright, and so here we go. And then a piece of white. I gotta have white. It's 4 by 3/4. And that's what I used. I stamped my sentiment on there. And then I took my, oh, this punch eludes me. But this punch. And made my little flags on the ends. I cannot remember the name. But in my blog post that'll follow, you'll have all the measurements and everything in there, colors of ink, colors of paper for both of them, and the correct name of everything. So, but I did use the Cactus Cuties, and I wanted to use this sentiment. Hope your day is on point. I thought that's perfect for a calendar. And so the first one I used this image, and I actually stamped tone on tone, which is when you stamp the same color ink on the paper, which is nice because the ink was a little darker. And then you can see the little ridges in there. And there's Emma starting to snore again. And then this is Magenta Madness ink on Magenta Madness paper. This is, what is that? Granny Apple Green. On Granny Apple Green. And then that, I didn't stamp that. That's just a Mango Melody flower. And then this pot is on the stamp. The other two you have to fussy cut. So I just stamped the pots, and then I fussy cut them. And I fussy cut that. Alright, here's the punch. The punch is like the more round, flat pot, 2 cactus, and the flower. So here we go. So here's my pot. I forgot my embellishments, but I can add those later. Here's my little pot, and this is Pool Party, stamped on Pool Party. Here's Granny Apple Green, stamped on Granny Apple Green for the big cactus. And then another little cactus. And I have a Flirty Flamingo flower. And I stamped Mango Melody on the white. Okay? Alright, so let's get this goes together very, very quickly. So I will start with the cactus assembly. Just a tiny bit of glue here. Put the pot on. And we'll set that aside to let it dry. I still have a little bit on my finger. And it'll dry while we put the card base together. Just a little dot right there. My gigantic Tombow. I like this one. I like the size of this one because I won't run out for a while, but the glue tends to come out really fast compared to my other ones, the little short ones. Stick that on there. Oops, it's not wanting to stick. There we go. Alright, we'll set that aside and let it dry. Okay, so you're probably wondering, why is this 3x6? This is just a half a sheet of that cardstock. It comes in a 6x6 pack, the Sunshine and Rainbows. Well, I have it like that because I'm gonna just carefully add some glue here and put this on, but I'm not putting glue all the way to the bottom because I'm gonna save this 1/2 inch here to trim off and use for the little accent piece behind my sentiment. Okay, that's the whole reasoning behind that. And this is approximately 5/8 of an inch from the bottom, maybe a half. You just kind of set it where you want it. Oh, it's early. This is Saturday, in case I didn't mention, the 29th of January. Yes, it took me a month to figure out what to do with these. So I made several of these. They'll go to my customers and my little class, my class of crafty class people. So I'll probably try to get it in the mail either today or Monday so that they'll at least have it for February. Okay, so this is it. I'm going to trim off this piece right here. And then this, add a little bit of glue here. And put the sentiment on top of that. We'll let that dry. Then we'll add some dimensionals and pop it up. Alright, so now it's this part. This is fairly easy to stick on. I use glue. You can use tear and tape. I'm going to use glue, and I just put a thin line of glue right here. And I get it in there, and I just hold it down. I start at the back. And I'm just going to line up the bottom of the fold with the bottom of the card. And just squish it down. Make sure it's lined up nicely. Use my bone folder to put some pressure on there. And then the same with the top. Just flatten that out a little bit and put a little glue on here. Now, if you want, on the back, you can add a piece of white cardstock and then write a little note if you want to, but I'm just leaving it blank. It just takes a few minutes. Wipe off any excess glue. Alright, that's it. Now it's time to decorate. Okay, some dimensionals. I need to put some more dimensionals out here, so I'm just going to chop these up. Don't forget, with your dimensionals, you use every bit of this stuff. Now, Stampin' Up! Does have a calendar stamp set, but I chose to buy pre-made calendars because I just am lazy, I guess. I didn't feel like making a big calendar. Plus, I like the ones that are already, you know, ready-made, ready to go, ready to put on there. But it's just how creative you feel. The font, though, is really nice on the stamp set, and it's in the catalog. I couldn't tell you what page right off the top of my head, but it's in there. And for those of you that are creative, or if you just want, like, it's nice for if you just want to emphasize, like, one day for a particular person for their birthday. That makes some nice cards that way. So here we go. Let's get this little thing stuck on there. Well, maybe. Can't get these off today. Alright. Now I did add some little epoxy, silver epoxy gems, and I forgot to bring those with me, but I'll put those on later. Got a little extra glue up here that I don't want. Alright, and then for my calendar, ooh, okay, yes, this is what I did. I added some of the Stampin' Seal, like 4 runs of it. And with Stampin' Seal, it's like the higher you put the bottom end up in the air, the nicer excuse me, it comes out. And then I just stuck a little bit of glue in between those runs. I've seen people, I didn't know you could do that you could use Stampin' Seal and glue at the same time. And I've seen some YouTube videos with that, and I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. And then it's nice having this striped paper because it helps you get this on here pretty straight. So, and I'm just centering it, you know, where I want it. About a good 1/4 inch from the edge, and could have moved over my plant, but it's okay where it's at. Alright, and then this one, so that's what makes them unique. They're all just a hair different. Just a little bit of dimensional on here, and I'll stick this in the middle, and that is it. This is ready to go. Let's see how it looks like. I can never find the middle of these cards. Here we go. Alright. Oops, that's not quite straight. There. That is it. That's all it took. It's pretty quick and simple when you have your pre-made calendars ready to go. So here, I'll just move that out of the way and put these 2 down. There. That is it. That's my annual calendar. Almost a month late, but hey, it's the thought that counts, right? So, yes, so later today I'll have this posted on my blog with all the measurements and details about folding, etc. So yeah, so it's a cute little mini tear-off calendar. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure you follow me on Facebook. And if you are looking at this on my blog later today, don't forget to subscribe to my blog. That way you'll get all my blog posts in your mail. Alright, thanks, and have a great Saturday. Bye!